Joe Rogan says Trump supporters feel betrayed by Iran war. Take a moment for a second. Take a moment. Now, I want you to raise your hand if you were surprised. Now, I mean, think about it for a moment. Remember, this is the same guy who ran on No More Wars, America First. He and his people were saying if you vote for Kamala, World War III, all that stuff, right? This is important. Now, take that for a moment. Take what you see about Joe Rogan, knowing what you know about him being on the Joe Rogan show and them being all buddy buddy at the UFC event, and anybody else that you've known that does the whole podcast thing was all buddy buddy with him, and now they're all acting surprised. Now I know I could be digging on Joe Rogan for this. I could just be saying, "How come you didn't know that he was going to do this?" The guy has been swindling people for decades, decades. Why would you think now he's telling the truth? I don't understand. I don't. I could say that. I could just be digging deeper on Joe Rogan and Theo Vaughn and Andrew Schultz, all these people, right? But instead, when I was digging into the last 50 years of Donald Trump and examples of his swindling, I found that more interesting and still feeds into this. Now, again, I want to be clear to all of you. Uh, when it comes to Joe Rogan, when it comes to anybody else that was endorsing Trump and patting him on the back or whatever, presenting him with the UFC belt. I don't think that was Joe Rogan. I think that was that one fighter. I don't know what his name is, but anyway, for any of you who are surprised that Donald Trump is doing this, I just want you to understand. You can Google Donald Trump's business dealings in the last 50 years. You can search it all up, left, right, and sideways. You can look up all over the place. And there's so many examples. I'm not even talking about now during his presidency. Pause at your leisure. I'm going to move my head around. Let's go back to the 1970s, 80s, 70s. Oh man, I know you've heard about this. The housing discrimination, 1973. One of his first major legal battles was a Department of Justice lawsuit alleging that his company refused to rent to black tenants. I just want to say, all those people who keep saying just because he has some black friends, he's not racist. Uh, that by itself, right there, is not a good sign. Anyways, let's keep going. He eventually settled. Get this, without admitting guilt. But the case set a precedent for his counter-sue and never apologized legal strategy. Now, one thing you've noticed about him, knowing what's going on with Iran right now in that all-girls school, has he accepted any blame at all, any guilt at all? Has he admitted any guilt at all? Or anything that he has done, or anything his administration has done, has he accepted any blame or guilt for any of it? Note, this is back in 1973. I base people off of their actions, especially repeated actions, especially patterns. This is one reason why I'm usually so uh, vocal about him and what he is doing, because I see patterns in people. This pattern has been established decades ago from this very first example that I gave you that anybody could look up. So again, I ask, why is Joe Rogan so surprised? Why are any of them so surprised? Anyways, let's keep going. 1980, Polish Brigade. During the demolition of the Brownwood Teller building to make way for the Trump Tower, Trump hired 200 undocumented Polish workers. They were paid as little as $4 an hour, 1980s, but well below union wages. They worked 12-hour shifts without safety equipment, and many were never paid in full. Trump fought the resulting lawsuit for 16 years before settling in 1996. Does that sound like a guy that would care for the American people? Not only did he have them working for cheap, long hours, and without safety equipment, but he fought even giving them what they were owed for almost 2 decades. Hold on, guys. We're not even to the 2000s yet. I don't know why people are surprised. It's as if they don't look him up. They just put their heads in the sand and just vote him in because he says things that they like, even though we have so much history. Anyways, the 1990s, Atlantic City, and junk bonds. This era is defined by the stiffing of small businesses. Trump used high interest junk bonds to build the Taj Mahal casino. Now, in case you're wondering, junk bonds are apparently high risk reward investments. The word junk, I guess, is a little bit misleading. It could be a good thing for businesses trying to acquire a loan that they couldn't get through a bank. It could be a bad thing for investors. In this case, though, in order to build the Taj Mahal, Trump had to put himself into a lot of debt. So much debt. Apparently, they couldn't keep up with it. It went bankrupt. Investors lost a lot of money. Uh, Crypto, crypto, all the crypto that his family's invested in now, and all the money pouring in. Uh, hmm. Again, patterns. Oh my gosh, guys, this is the 1990s. He stopped paying small businesses that built it. Hundreds of contractors, painters, glassworkers, and plumbers were offered cents on the dollar. Many went bankrupt. And then we have from 1991 to 2014, more bankruptcies, 6 times. Other people losing money, he gains money. Does this sound familiar at all? We Trump University, guys. Oh my gosh. I'll just read the top of it. Students were promised that they would be taught real estate secrets by hand-picked instructors. I love the quotes. In reality, many instructors had no real estate experience, and Trump had never met them. It's as if he has a pattern of not telling the truth and gaining money while other people lose money. Hmm. How are these people surprised about what's going on now? It's I don't understand. I don't. I'm not smarter than them. You're not smarter than them. I don't get it. Oh, and oh my gosh, this is hilarious too. Shortly after being elected the first time in 2016, first time as president. I wonder how many other presidents have had to do this. He paid 25 million to settle fraud lawsuits brought by former students and the New York Attorney General. Yes, honest guy. No way that he would tell a porky about not wanting to go to wars and then goes to war anyways, wars anyways. No, no, he wouldn't do that. Okay, and this is actually very fascinating. 2018, he would have been president then, first term. A New York judge ordered him to dissolve the following shocking pattern of illegality. Wow. Self dealing, Trump was found to have used charitable funds to settle his own legal disputes. For example, $100,000 fine over a flagpole at Mar-a-Lago. He also apparently bought $10,000 worth of a portrait of himself, and apparently made an illegal 25,000 political contributions to the Florida Attorney General. He was ordered to pay 2 million in damages for misusing the charity for his own political and business interests. That's a pattern. Okay, that's a pattern, and that's just some of the stuff. Okay, we didn't even really talk about his current presidency. Yet you're shocked. I don't understand. I don't understand how these people are surprised. I don't get it. It would be different if we didn't know who he was, but we have so much information at our fingertips. And I know what you might be thinking. Oh, all politicians lie. That what we just read there, 15 years ago, let's say, if another presidential candidate had that kind of a resume, would you think they would become president? I'll leave it at that. Let me know what you guys think. And like and share if you like what I'm saying. I'll talk to you guys later.